Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to episode 54 of Learn How to Sudoku. Now, you might notice that the episodes have changed a little bit. That's because I recorded some where basically it didn't have any audio at all. Apologies for that. So I had to remove essentially those videos because unfortunately there's no way to get back those audio. And this has me essentially mouthing a lot of words, but unfortunately nobody hearing anything. So anyways, episode 54. So learn how to Sudoku is where we take very easy variant Sudoku puzzles and we break them down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. And today's very easy variant is called Foggy Collective by Full Deck and Missing a Few Cards. And here are the rules. All Renban lines in this puzzle are length 5 and do not branch. So we see a Renban line here, but there will be other Renban lines, and they all have to be 5 in length, and they do not branch. So remember that. And here are the actual rules. Standard Sudoku rules apply. The digits 1 through 9 appear in every row, column, and box. Fog. Part of the grid is covered with fog. As correct digits are placed, the fog will clear from surrounding cells, potentially revealing additional clues. So if you basically correctly identify what this number is here, it would clear the fog in the surrounding cells and its own cell. And that's how Fog of War works. And you should not have to guess, because basically you should be able to logic out everything in this puzzle. Okay, what else do we have? We have Renban lines, and as we said, all Renban lines are length 5 and do not branch. Digits along a Renban line must form a set of non-repeating, consecutive digits in any order. So an example of this would be something along the lines of, I don't know, 4, 6, 3, 2, 5, 2, and 3, right? Because, well, actually, this doesn't work because of one of the crappy dots. But if we swap that, this would be an example because you have the digits 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they are, again, consecutive. It's a complete set of consecutive digits, and they are non-repeating. So that's an example of how a Renban line works. And the final rule is crop key pairs. Digits in cells separated by a black dot are in a 2-to-1 ratio. Digits in cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. Not all dots are necessarily given. So that's why I swapped this the numbering here, because 5 is not in a 2-to-1 ratio with 2. But an example of this could be 3 and 6 or 2 and 4, right? Because those are in a 1-to-2 ratio between the cells that are separated by the black dot. Now for a white dot, you could, if this were, say, a 6, this would have to be 5 or 7, because it has to maintain and they have to be consecutive between the cells separated by a white dot. And the only consecutive digits with 6 are 5 and 7. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, so the first thing that I see, again, is the black crappy dots, and then they're on a Renban. Now, the interesting thing here is that this cell that's on the Renban is in the 1-to-2 ratio with another cell on the Renban, but it's also consecutive with this digit. So this can only be consecutive with one other digit, and that other digit must be on the Renban, right? So this must be an endpoint for the Renban, essentially. So if this could be, it could be 1, actually, I guess. So it could be 1, and this could be 2, 3, 4, 5. But the problem is, if this is 1, the rest of the digits here have to be 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Because that's the only set of 5 digits that will actually even simpler. Even simpler. We don't even have to go through that. Anytime you have a set of 5 digits on a renban, they must include the digit 5, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a set, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as the only consecutive sets that form a 5-cell renban. And because of that, you need a 5. And again, notice that all the sets require 5. So you need a 5 on this renban. Well, where can the 5 be on this renban? It cannot be any of these cells, because if you take 5 is not double any digit, and if you double 5, you get 10, which is also not a digit. So 5 cannot be next to any black crop key dot. So it can't be any of these 4. It has to be here. So this is a 5 here. Now the rest of this is like, so if this were a 1, this would have to be 2, and the rest would have to be 3 and 4. But 3 and 4 is not in a 1 to 2 ratio. Therefore, this cannot be 1. This could be 2. If this were 2 and this is 4, this would have to be 1, and this could be 3 and 6, and that would work. So 2, we're going to mark them down as a possibility. 2, 4, 3, and 6. Oh, but we know for this renban, where is the other endpoint have to be, right? It has to be here, right? Because it's consecutive with another digit that's in the same box. And therefore, the rest of the box cannot contain any of these digits. So the other consecutive digit has to be here, because this one has to be consecutive with at least 1 on the renban. And this is the same for this one. This one has to be consecutive with 1 on the renban to allow it to be on the renban. Right? Because if it's not consecutive with anything else on the renban, it doesn't work. But it also must be consecutive with that cell. So therefore, 1's on the renban, the other one has to be that cell. So therefore, this could be 2 through 6. And actually, I think it has to be. If you try to make this 3 through 7, or 4 through 8, or 5 through 9, the problem is 7 and 8 can never be next to a black crop key dot, right? So therefore, they can't be on the renban. And again, as I said, this has to be consecutive with something else on the renban and here. Same with this cell, right? This is consecutive with something else on the renban and this one. Well, again, 7 and 9 cannot be on this renban. The only set of digits that actually work are 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, because we showed 1 through 5 doesn't work because of the 1 to 2 ratio here would be 3 and 4, and that's not 1 to 2. Therefore, it has to be this. Therefore, this is a 2, this is a 6, this is a 3, a 4, this 2 is consecutive with a 1, the 6 is consecutive with a 7. The rest of these have to be 8 and 9 because of what's left over. Therefore, this renban is 5 through 9, so this has to be 5 or 6. The 3 is only consecutive with the 2, and the 4 is already taken, so this is a 2. This renban, so it cannot, okay, so this has to be, sorry, let's go here. This has to be consecutive with an 8 or a 9, so it has to be 7, 8, or 9, right? 8 can be consecutive with 7 or 9, 9 can be consecutive with 8. We know this cannot be 1, 2, or 6, so, and it can't be 1, okay, so this has to be 4 and 8. And 8 cannot be on a 5-cell renban with a 2, right? 2 is 6 digits away from an 8. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So that doesn't work as a 5-cell renban. And remember, all renbans in this puzzle are length 5 and do not branch. So this has to be a 4 then. This is a 4, this is an 8. We know this has to be 2 through 5 at least, so this cannot be 5 because it's all in this box. So this can't be 5, so therefore this is a 6, which makes that a 5. This is either 3, 5, and 1, or 3, 5, and 6. It cannot be 6 because of that 6, so it must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, therefore this is a 1. And these are 3 and 5. The remaining digits here are 7 and 9. And it goes to here. So this has to be 9 through 5 also. This has the remaining digits here, because of the 3, 5 pair and the 8, 9 pair in the row, have to be 1, 2, and 4. So this is 1, 2, and 4. This has to be 6, 5 or 6. Well, actually, it can't be 6 or 8 or 7 or 9, because there's already a 7 and 9 pair on the Renban line, and 6 and 8 eliminate 6 and 8 from that possibility as a cell, so this must be a 5. The remaining digits here are 6 and 8. 6 and 8 are in a 1 to 2 ratio with 3 and 4, but 4 cannot be here because we have a 1, 2, 4 triplet in the box. Therefore, this must be 3, which makes this a 6 and this an 8. 6 can only be consecutive with 5 or 7, but this can't be 5 because of that 5, so this must be 7, which makes this 9, which makes this 7, which makes this 9. The 5 is only consecutive with a 4, so therefore this is a 4 here. These can't be 4. This has to have at least a 2. And there has to be a 5 on it. It could be 1 through 5, or it's 2 through 6 here. So this is 1 through 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and no 4. So 1, 2, 3, 5, or it's 6. So this can't be 3 or 6. This can't be 5. This is consecutive with another digit. If it's 1 here, this could be 2. That's possible. If it's 2 here, it would have to be with 1. If it's 3 here, it would be with 6. And if it's 6 here, it would be... Oh, wait. Sorry, these are consecutive. If this is 3, it would have to be 2, because it cannot be 4. If it's 6, it can't be 5. It would have to be 7. But we don't know where this Renban goes to afterwards. Let's see. This must contain a 7, 8, or 9. So 4... Oh, we know all 5 of them are here, right? 5 cannot be here on the Renban because, again, remember, any 5-cell length Renban has to have a 5 in normal Sudoku. So one of these has to be a 5. Well, since one of these has to be a 5 because there's a 5-cell Renban here, this can never be a 5, so this has to be 1 or 2. So now we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair on this Renban, which eliminates 1 and 2 from the rest of the Renban, and it also says that those Renban has to be 1 through 5, right? Because we have 1 and 2 both on here. The only set of 5-set Renban, 5-cell Renban that can actually work is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Therefore, this can't be 6. This has to be a 3. The 3 is next to 1 or 2. This next digit has to be a 5, because, again, we need a 5 on a 5-cell Renban. So this is 5. The 1 or 2 has to be in a 1 to 2 ratio with something else. But we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair here, which eliminates 1 and 2 from the rest of the row. So therefore, this can never be 1. And this can never be 2 or 1. And if this was 1... Well, actually, this has to be consecutive with 3, so this must be 2 then. Which means this has to be, and this has to be 1 then because of that, and this is 2, which makes that 1. 2 can only be in a 1 to 2 ratio with 1 and 4, and 1's already eliminated by this one, so this must be a 4. The remaining digits here cannot be 9 and 7, so where are they in this box? The 7 and 9 both have to be here. Therefore, this is 4, 6, or 8. This can't be 4 because of that 4. The remaining digits here are 2, 3, and 5. These two are consecutive, so it cannot contain a 3. Right, because if it's 3, it would have to be with 4 or 2, and neither of these are allowed on this row. So 3 has to be one of these cells. 3 also has to be one of those 3 cells. This cannot be 5. It could be 6, 7, 7, 8, or 8, 9. Either way, there's always a 6 or an 8 here. Okay. So one of these is 6 or 8. This has to be 6 or 8, which means the rest of the row cannot contain 6 or 8. So this has to be 3, 5, 7, 9, and this can't be 5, obviously, because this is 5. Let's see. This can't be 6 or 8, so this has to be the 7 or 9, and that's only consecutive with 6 or 8 here. What's the rest of these digits? It's 1, 3, 4, 7, 9, but this can't be 4 because of this 4 already. Remaining digits here are 1, 6, 7, 9, and the remaining digits here are 4, 8, 7, 9. Okay, this can't be 3 or 7 because of that. We know there's a 5 here. This has to be 3 through 9, 4 through 8, or 5 through 9, right? Because this is at least 7. So if you have 7 on a Renban, what possibilities are there? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, or 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So because of that, you can never have a 1 or 2 on this Renban, which means 1 or 2 cannot be here, 1 or 2 cannot be here. Where is the 1 and 2 in this row? They have to be here specifically. This can't be 1. This also has to be, yeah, so this can't be 1, 2, and it cannot have 4 or 5 on it. So therefore this can never be 3 here, because it would have to be 3, 4 or 3, 2, and they're both taken by the 1, 2 pair in the box and the 4 that's already in the box. Therefore this cannot be 3, which means this must be a 3. Which means this Renban has to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because those are the only 2 digits that can fulfill this Renban. So this must be 7, this must be 6, which makes this 8. This can't be 8, this can't be 8. So this has to be 4 and 5. But this one of these 2 is a 5. There's no 7 here. So this can never be 5. Therefore, this must be 5, and this must be 4, which means that makes that a 6, which makes that a 4. Now this must contain a 6, and it has at least 2 of 7 or 8, and it could be 9 also. So this is always 6 and 8 on the Renban. And that means you have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 as the lowest Renban that you can have. It could be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, or 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Well, we can't have a 4 in the same box, so this Renban cannot be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has to be 5 through 9. Therefore, this is a 5, 9 pair, which eliminates 5 and 9 from the rest of the box. This can't be 9. This is a 3. These can't be 9, so this must be 6, 7, or 8, which forces this to be 9. So this is a 9, this is a 7. These are consecutive. They have to be 8 or 9. And on a 5-cell Ramban, you can never have 4 and 9 together, right? 4 only goes up to 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for a 5-length Ramban. So this cannot be 9. This has to be 8, which makes this 9. And this is a 1, 2 pair. For this consecutive cell, one of them has to be 8, right? It's either 7, 8, or this is 8 to 9. But one of these two has to be an 8. This can't be 5 anymore. This can't be 6 or 7, so this must be 8, which makes that a 7. 7's only consecutive with 8, so therefore amongst 8 and 9, so this is an 8, which makes that a 9. And therefore this is a 6. This can't be 1 because of that 1, so this is 2, which makes that 1. This can't be 5 because of that 5, so this is 9, this is 5. Remaining digits here are 1 and 2. Remaining digits here are 4, 7, 8, and the remaining digits here are 3, 6, and 9. Well, 1 and 2 can only be consecutive with... Well, 1 can only be consecutive with 2, but this can't be 2. So this can't be 1, which makes this a 2, which makes that 1. 2 is consecutive with 1 or 3, and this can't be 1, this can't be 1, this can't be 2. And none of these can be 3 anymore, so this is a 1. This can't be 1 or 7. This can't be 7. So again, this is 4, 8, and it has to be 5, 6, and 7 in between it. This can't be 5. This has to be 5. We have a 5, 6, 7 triplet in this box, and we have a 4, 9 pair in this box, so the rest of the cells have to be 2, 3, and 8. So this is 2, 3, or 8. This is 2, 3, or 8. This can't be 8 because of this 8. This can't be 1 because of this 1. So this must be 2, which makes this a 1. And these can no longer be 2. So now we have a 3, 8 pair in this box, which eliminates 3 and 8 from the rest of the box. So this has to be 2. This can't be 7 because of this 7. So this is 6, which makes that a 5, which makes that 3, which makes that 5. This can't be 5 or 6, so this is 7. The 2 cannot be here. So this is 3 or 5. Where's a 2? It has to be here in column 9. Now we know this is completely one Renban. And it contains 2, 3, and 5. So therefore, it requires a 4 and a 1 or 6. Well, this can't be 1, so this must be 6, and this has to be a 4. So this is 4, this is 6. You cannot have 4 here, you can't have 6 here, you can't have 7 here, you can't have 9 here. This can no longer be 1, therefore this is 9, and now we're just doing normal Sudoku. This is a 1. This can't be 5 because of that 5, so this is 3, which makes that 5. This can't be 3 or 9, so this is 6. This can't be 7, so this must be 8, which makes that 7. This 8 and 7 means this has to be 4. This can't be 4 anymore, so this is 9, which makes that a 4. This can't be 9 or 6, so this is 3, which makes that a 9. This 3 makes this an 8, which makes that a 3. The 7 makes that an 8, which makes that a 7. And that's how you solve it. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't go through essentially much detail about what I was looking for. I guess some of this is sort of it's sort of I don't know, because I've done so many, it just sort of automatically triggers that I look for certain things. I guess what I was looking for most was the Ren bands, right? Because we always knew that the 5 had to be on the Ren band, and that limited where the 5 could be, right? So, for example, we knew this had to have a 5 because it's a 5-length Ren band. So that eliminated the 5 here, which made this a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair, which led to what this would be, right? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.